exhibition emerged from the course that me and Elizabeth Wood, a professor of history and the founder of MIT Ukraine program, were teaching. This table, we develop a storyline. We highlight this volunteer, Varvara, who was in touch with us during all the course. The course was dedicated to the research and investigation of the specific area in Donetsk region, which is called Sviatohirsk. Sviatohirsk is only 30 kilometers from the front line, and the front line is moving.
It was really surreal having this connection with people that had actually been through this, and we have no idea what that's like. And this is kind of a layout of what our short-term and long-term efforts focus on rebuilding based on the damage that we assessed would look like.
Before the full-scale invasion, it was very popular tourist and recreational attraction because there is a big preservation area. It's called Holy Mountains, Sviatohirsk. But after the occupation by Russians during summer of 2022 and after the liberation, there was a heavy damage. We visualize damage of Sviatohirsk. Every circle refers to different date of attack. Within 3 years, we did remote sensing analysis, and also we scraped data from open sources like Bellingcat.
This was my group that we worked on. So one of the main issues we identified was there is not a very good understanding of who remains in the city.
All those people are under permanent threat. Local NGOs started going there and helping this community to survive. And here we share information about 3 specific directions of the KhAI initiative. One is that they rebuilt Ukrainian old houses called mazankas. They use chalk for exterior plastering because chalk is the most prominent material in Sviatohirsk and recognizable, so it creates this obvious link, but also it creates a link to identity. And also they launched this summer camp. And together with children, they built this sort of shelter. We call it halabuda because when we were children, we used to build those halabudas. We were feeling very cozy and secure in those. For us, it also kind of resembles of this resilience, how they, with those simple means, through the connection with those children, trying to create this safe space. This is another project by an organization which is called Behind Blue Eyes. They give single-use cameras to children, and the children take pictures of daily life. And it also kind of resembles this resilience of children, or how they perceive everyday life. So this actually says, be careful, minds, because this area within the wood is not safe. This area is all dedicated to our course, built on communication with Varvara and the KhAI mostly, and the chief architect of Sviatohirsk, also from the previous studies I did with other NGOs.
In Ukrainian, a lot of the names of the months have to do with nature and moons, and so I kind of wanted to look at what is the kind of optimal time to be planting seeds.
And we highlight other initiatives as important as KhAI. For instance, understructures that you can see here, it's actually architects-based. They ask people to share what protects them, like some symbols, and they collected stories in this book. We also use some literature here for people to see what we were looking at while we were developing the course.
Piecing apart differences in perspective, I thought was one of the most interesting parts of the class for me.
We had around 8 guest lecturers. They were all representatives of grassroots initiatives. So it basically was all about the power of crowdsourcing in Ukraine, because we believe that it is something that helps us survive. It's the biggest power that helps us defend ourselves. And it proved to be like that from the very first days of the full-scale invasion.